So.
Did you fart?
No, bitch.
Sorry.
That was clearly Chris, all right?
All right.
Good morning, guys.
Hey.
Robert didn't fart. It was Chris in San Francisco.
Damn.
It was so potent you can smell it all the way.
It was.
I told him to stop eating the food up there, man, but he doesn't listen.
I mean, how bad is the food over there?
It's terrible.
Well, it depends what you're getting. If it's Mexican food, yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, that's true.
I think one of the smartest things you have ever said to me, George. No.
One, only one.
You get 3, and this is one of the 3.
Okay.
Is you told me the further away from the border you get, the worse the Mexican food gets.
This is true.
And I think, like, in my experience, that has only been true. Like, as I've the more I've gone down, the better it's gotten. The farther I go away, the worse it's gotten. That's entirely true.
I told you.
See, I give you credit every once in a while.
But the one thing I'm shocked and I'm not happy to admit is that the further away you get from the border, the better the Taco Bell gets. I'm not happy about it, but it's true.
What?
I've been against Taco Bell my entire life.
I don't know why.
I don't know. It flips, and I wasn't happy about it, but I was kind of glad because on those drunken nights when I need a freaking $2 taco,
a Fritos loader?
I haven't had that,
Bruh. Those little loaders.
I don't go there too often. I'm not
those $2 loaders slap, especially when they had a happy hour. Oh my gosh! Every day after school, we will all walk to Taco Bell. We get us the dollar slushy with the dollar loaders.
I think you spend too much time at Taco Bell, buddy.
No, there's no such thing.
At Taco Bell?
Taco Bell is fucking fire. I'm sorry, and I know I'm defending my whiteness right now, but it's true. It's like, it's good. It's like, as far as fast food goes, it's good. If you're gonna compare it to like Mexican food, real Mexican food, no, of course it's not gonna live up to that.
So I just canceled myself out of this podcast. I am gone. Fuck y'all.
All right, you've been served over here.
You can go ahead to separate it. I'm happy right here. Shoot, I just took a walk down memory lane and I'm happy.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Woo! Well, you guys know what it's been. We always got to start the podcast off with some bullshit. Mm-hmm. So here we are. How's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've seen you beautiful faces.
Been doing good. Just working. Trying to pick up a full-time position at Sherwin-Williams, even a manager's position.
Oh, the paintbrush job?
Yeah.
The paintbrush job?
The paintbrush job, yeah.
Oh,
There's more than just paintbrushes.
Smacking booties with paintbrush job.
Smacking ass with paintbrushes. That's some kinky shit.
Why do I come back? Why do I drive back up? Why?
Because
why do I come?
You miss us.
Why do I do this to myself?
Because you get free breakfast.
That is true.
Until your next time back over here. When you
yeah. He's like, I can't make it. Guess sorry, guys.
I call dibs on all those 3. Don't touch them. Those are mine. I'm gonna bring those back the next time we come.
Gosh.
But no.
That's disgusting.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Good morning, guys. I got breakfast.
I'm looking at Mo. What is going on here?
Don't worry. Just put sauce on it. Just put some barbecue sauce. You're fine.
No, I've played The Last of Us.
No. But no, I've been good. I've been good. A good thing about the job, too, is that it can transfer up to LA. And LA has a lot of stores up here. So giving it some time. If things go well, I can probably make the move back up by the end of the year. We'll see what happens. One thing at a time.
And this guy act like he didn't miss us. Look at him trying to come back already through promotions, though. Like,
I don't know why he thinks I missed him. What's happening?
Damn, the road. Look at how the tables have turned. I got my own table.
I'm just messing. How you guys been? How's it up here in LA since I've been gone?
Dry.
Except for yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It rained a little bit yesterday.
It hailed yesterday.
It hailed?
It hailed.
Where the fuck were you?
I swear on my life it hailed.
Well, let's not go there. But
because I'm serious, it hailed.
Let's not go to his life.
Let's not go there.
Hold up. Right. What are we talking about exactly?
I'll give it up in a heartbeat. Get your ass out of here. No,
get your worthless life out of here.
Damn. You started out savage today. All right. I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but I didn't know this was going to be the vibe.
Hit the ball rolling, Hit the ground rolling. Whatever the fuck it's
is.
But I don't remember seeing hail. I was out all day yesterday.
I was by Echo Park, and that's where it was hailing at.
Oh, it wasn't over there. So.
It wasn't hailing over here, that's for sure. My manager confirmed that. But when I was getting my hair braided, it was definitely hail outside. I was worried for Bill. I didn't want her to get her windows broken.
I would like to apologize to our audience because we've spent probably 3 minutes discussing the fact that it
5.
rained.
We spent it on 5.
Yeah, no, but we spent 3 minutes discussing the fact that it rained.
That's true.
And I think
we have done that before, though.
I
We
mean,
spent
but-
15 minutes before.
Oh no, we've done it. I'm not defending our past actions.
Rain is important.
Rain is very serious here in LA. All right,
Actually, that's
because
true.
of
When
how
it
little
happens,
we
it's
get
rare.
it. Yes. So it's like a tornado for us. You got to talk about it. You just got to talk about it.
A tornado is even more rarer here.
More rare.
No, I'm talking about
Even more rarer?
but-
rarer.
No,
Fuck
for like
off.
What are you, a dog?
you just growling at each other now. Okay. No, like for in tornado country, when they have tornadoes, they got to talk about it. Like, we got to talk about the rain here.
Have y'all ever seen a tornado?
Not in person, no.
No, just those little dust circle thingies.
Mm-hmm.
Mini tornadoes.
Yeah, I just jump in them. I hope they get lifted.
I don't think
He just wants to get high.
Yes, I want to get high. Physically, not mentally. I want to be there. I want to be tall for once.
All right, y'all need to shut up. Let's move on to the first topic. We've been fucking around for.
All right.
Kobe.
Yes, as everyone knows, Kobe in the past, his passing was very hard for a lot of people, especially up here in LA.
Kobe.
Everyone in that accident, it was a tragic accident. But, I feel like not Robert, sorry. Ty is feeling some kind of way about it, so we're gonna start with Ty. Ty, hey buddy, how'd you feel about it?
Kobe.
Okay, that's pretty significant. Okay,
God.
when you're ready. All right, never mind. Robert.
How do we lose him? How do we lose him?
No, it's not for that. I was never really a big basketball fan. I'll own up to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he meant a lot to the community here in LA and just to people in general, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And to see him die at such a young age, relatively young, you know, it's saddening because I think there's a lot more he could have done with his life. And as he got older, it only seemed like he was getting better.
Yeah.
You know, when he was younger, there were some things that I know he had trouble with, or supposedly, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
But he just continued to support underprivileged people and help the community that raised him. You know, I think there's something really beautiful about that, and I hope that no matter how you feel about him, you can take something from that and learn.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. It was I think I have to admit too, like I knew a little bit of basketball. I definitely knew Kobe. But I don't know too much about, like, I don't pay attention, but I do support, and I do think I do think basketball is an exciting sport. But yeah, I was with my my two friends down in San Diego, and we got the news from another friend of ours that was in Miami for work, and he sent us the TMZ notification. We're like, TMZ, like, I don't think we should go off of that. And sure enough, little by little, the reports started coming in, and we're like, what the fuck, like. Seriously, like, they were just talking about how LeBron just passed them up in what most points scored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's like just the night before, and it was crazy. And now you get the news first thing in the morning. But no, I do think he was definitely a big icon, big icon here in Los Angeles, and for a lot of basketball fans. And dude, it was nuts. It was nuts to hear the sound or the news about it.
Yeah, everybody, I remember, and again, I wasn't that into basketball, but like you said, of course, I knew who he was.
Yeah.
And just reading the news in the morning, it was like probably 8 a.m. And I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
And everybody I've talked to, whether they were into basketball, whether they were fans of him or not, they didn't believe it.
Yeah.
And that is so rare. Like, usually when I see somebody died, it's like, oh man,
That's a bummer.
yeah, that sucks. But I'm never just like, nope, that's not true.
Yeah, because you just don't expect it.
And that's exactly what happened with him. And it's crazy because I thought, oh, you know what, that's probably just me that felt that. But everybody that I've talked to felt that.
Yeah.
It's a cultural phenomenon in a lot of ways, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, it hit what was it, the music awards that were happening that night at the Staples Center. It hit everybody right there. They made it a part of it. Everyone was, going outside the Staples Center that night to pay tribute and everything. Even I think it was the Pro Bowl that happened like the next day or that same day. They put up the notifications. They made it support. It hit everybody. I think all kinds of sports fans everywhere. even some of the biggest soccer fans that I know, or soccer players that I know, they paid tribute from overseas, over in Europe.
Yeah.
You know, people who were a big fan of him, not just as a player, but as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool to see all the support and all the people reaching out. But before we get on to anything else, Ty, since you obviously feel some kind of way about it, what you got? What's on your mind, buddy?
Kobe.
Why?
I gave him to it twice, and that's all he's saying.
Kobe
I tried twice.
Kobe was the founder, for me at least, of my passion to support my home teams.
Yeah.
You know, being that being under my dad, I grew up around Laker fans, but it's like I never understood why we were Laker fans. Yeah. You know, like what's so big about being Lakers fans? It's just basketball. Then as I started to learn more about basketball and learn more about sports as a whole, you know, I started to like want to show some type of appreciation towards the Lakers. Yeah. Seeing Kobe Bryant was like the number one player on the Lakers, I'm like, all right, I see how he's doing his thing. He's cool. Later on, I started to learn more about Kobe Bryant and what he does outside of basketball, and his health issues regarding his knees. So it's like that's why he had to retire early, because he was having some knee problems that was causing him to be bad in basketball. But he still made the best of everything that he can do. Yeah. Not only that, but it was more to Kobe Bryant than just basketball. Like Kobe Bryant wasn't just basketball. That was his favorite thing to do, but that wasn't what he was always about. Like if you ever just look at all the other stuff that he does, like I think one day, like a while back, he was on an interview for a soccer game, and the man knows fluent Spanish.
Italian.
Like, yeah. Oh, that was Italian actually?
It was Italian, yeah.
Wow.
He was born in Italy. That's crazy. His favorite team is AC Milan.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Like I'm just gonna say multilingual, because I'm sure he has. I think he was in the process of learning another language.
Actually, sorry, going back, I apologize. You might be right. Because I actually heard a podcast with him in an interview and everything talking, and that when he first got to the States and was like going through basketball, and actually got here to the Lakers, he said he wanted to learn Spanish because he knows Spanish is one of the second languages out here in LA. So he wanted to learn it. So you could be right, but he does know Italian. So he could very well be speaking Spanish.
Man was multi-talented. And then one thing I really appreciated about him too was even after he retired, he still wanted to do things. Like he still wanted to be remembered. Yeah. You know, so just hearing that, one, not only he died at a young age, but how he died too. Like I was at church when I found out about it. And I wasn't even planning on going to church that day, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just go. The presence of my grandma is on my mind. Just got invited to go to this church. Let's go to church. As soon as the service was over, they had brought food, and everybody's lining up downstairs in their annex to get some food. And then I got the notification. I was just check my watch, flip my watch, see what's going on. It said Kobe Bryant died. I'm like, huh? Excuse me? I'm like, let me pull out my actual phone and read these news articles, because my watch is only going to tell me so much. Yeah. So I'm looking, and like by this time, I think 2, maybe 3 news articles has already said the same thing. So I'm just sitting there in disbelief. I'm telling everybody, like, hey, Kobe Bryant died. Everybody's like, what? No, he didn't. Stop playing. One of the people was just like, it's not official until Wikipedia says it's official.
Wikipedia? What?
Why? I don't know.
That would be like the last place in what?
People have said that they're dead on Wikipedia that are not actually dead. Like that shit happens all the time.
There's been celebrities who look up their own profile on Wikipedia like, well, it says I'm dead here, but I'm still here.
Yeah. As you can see.
Hey.
Hey.
I questioned it too. I'm like, you go to USC and you're saying this, whatever, no problem.
This is why UCLA is best.
Guess who's transferring to the UCLA Starbucks? Not me.
That was pretty good, actually. I like that.
Not me.
So yes, it was so sad, man. And then it's like one by one, reality began to kick in for all of us. Yeah. Remember, like one of the girls there, she was just like, "What? Kobe Bryant? That's my husband. Like I got a whole wall with nothing but his face on it." I'm like,
damn.
Oh, you a true fan, all right? She was just sitting there shook. Everybody was shook.
Yeah.
And then I got the call. Everybody want to check on me. Like, I know you're a Lakers fan. Are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just in disbelief.
Yeah.
You know, just this is a lot to take in. I think that whole week I was still just processing like he's really gone. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up going to the memorial too, and dropped off some flowers with some friends and lit a candle. One of my friends, she was bawling out in tears. It's like when we started going down Figueroa and we saw all the purple and yellow and everything, just she couldn't hold in her tears. I'm like, hey, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot. I know we late on touching about the topic, but being that talking about Kobe Bryant is still something that's present, and being that they're going to have another memorial for him, like a full-fledged one like they did for Nipsey Hussle on the 24th, I feel like it's still relevant for us to still talk about it. And, you know, just still...
At the Staples Center?
Mm-hmm. Nice. They're going to have one for him. You cannot go in there without a ticket. All right, they said that. You can't pass security unless you got a ticket. Other than that, you just going to have to sit outside.
Wait like everybody else.
And everybody else.
That's fair.
All right. So, look, we were going to shorten the time down, so we got to move quick. But I did want to ask you something real quick, and you guys can just give a quick answer. You know how TMZ was the first to break the story? Mm-hmm. And they broke the story so quickly that the police didn't even have the time to contact the family members and let them know. So most of them found out through TMZ. Mm-hmm. I was curious, do you guys feel like that's wrong? Do you feel like they should have waited until the family members knew to report it? Mm-hmm. Or do you feel like, no, that's their job, they report news?
It's a tough question to answer.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I think you are right in the sense of it's, you know, technically it is their job. It's what they do. It's what every news journalist and newspaper company has ever done. Is just as soon as they get the news and they know it's correct. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, let's not say it's correct, but as soon as they get the news, they put it out because they want to be the first ones.
Yeah.
We all hope that it's first. I mean, it's first and it's also true.
Yeah.
I guess in this case, a lot of people are hoping that it's first, but it was wrong. You know. Mm-hmm. I do think it sucks that that's the way the family had to find out. I think at the end of the day, regardless of how they found out, it doesn't change the fact of what happened. It doesn't make it any better. It doesn't help in any way. You could have, you know, it still sucks. Yeah. Again, I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm just saying it's just a tough situation. I don't know if the family ever came out. Were they upset about finding out like that, or
I don't know. I didn't look into that, but I know that the police chief was upset about TMZ. Because I think there's a protocol, right? The family should be the first people to know, and they should be the one that you. I mean, personally, this is just my opinion, and I don't think it's such a huge deal that we need to spend a large amount of time on it. Yeah. But I think that they should have waited. They should have given it, you know, at least 30 fucking minutes. Yeah. So that they could call the family members and say, hey, look, this is what happened. Yeah. You know, I think there are some things that should be above money, you know, and getting all those clicks. And this should be one of those things.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that point. It's a crappy situation regardless. And I mean, who knows? Hopefully the family doesn't look at that and you know, they're stuck on that. Hopefully they are able to find a way to move on, or not move on, but obviously move on, but get past that situation, I guess you can say, as far as like the news stuff. I mean, they have much more important things on their minds and things that they gotta, I'm sure, pull through together for. So hopefully they're not, you know, stuck on that. But I agree. I think maybe they should have taken at least 30 minutes and reported and say, hey, we just got this notification. We just got this information. Tell the family. Tell the family, or they tell the family immediately.
What do you think, Ty, before we move on?
I agree with George. It's neither right nor wrong. I do feel like this family did deserve to know first. But I also feel like when you're in the realm of celebrities and fame and whatnot, it's something that we all should know too. So I'm not bashing the idea of the family knowing first. It's just eventually, because of the weight that Kobe carried, we all wanted to know this information just as badly as the family did. So of course there should have been a better protocol to deliver the message to the family in a more appropriate way, because I feel like they do deserve their respect in regards to Kobe. Just also adding to that, I'm also not upset with TMZ or any news article for delivering the news to us beforehand. Just there should have been a better way to go about it.
Yeah.
And then also, before we move on from the topic too, let us also not forget about the other 8 lives, I believe, that were lost.
Yeah.
Especially Gianna.
They were I think they were part of the same team.
Yeah.
All the little girls were part of the same team.
Yeah.
Those are Gianna's teammates, and then the parents got to go, of course, and everything.
So I just want to finish the topic by saying, even though we spent a lot of time talking about Kobe Bryant, that doesn't demean the other lives.
Yeah.
It's just Kobe is the one that resonates with us the most. Death equally is bad, and it's like this. Just we're holding on to the memories of what we have. So I do hope that the other families is getting their proper respect in regards to dealing with this. This is something that's going to be remembered. Like, it's bad. It kickstarted 2020. Like 2020 was a boulder, and we're all just like
It's a hell of a start to the year.
Yo, January 1st, I had hope, and then it just all went downhill. World War III, Kobe. It's like, nah, fam.
literally
Fires, viruses.
coronavirus. Like, my gosh, 2020 is a hell of a year, but it's still the beginning of it. We can still make it through. We're just going to treat every situation accordingly, giving it the proper respect. And with that being said, I feel like there's still hope for 2020. We have some sad moments, but that doesn't mean it can't get better.
Fingers crossed.
Little quick toast to Kobe and everyone else.
Don't pour it out.
Never
Don't pour it out.
That's my floor.
So I just want to go back a little bit. It was something that you said, Ty. Mm-hmm. You said you were at church the day that you found out Kobe had passed,
Yes.
and that you were on your phone in church.
Not in church.
You weren't in church when you were on your phone?
No.
Mass wasn't happening yet?
It was over.
Mass was over.
It was over
Okay.
when I just flipped
Oh, so
my
he's
wrist.
respectful of the
At the
church.
church, he's respectful. He'll wait until church is over, and then he'll get on his phone.
Yeah.
But if he's at the gym, he'll be on his phone while we're working out, and he's on FaceTime. Not only that, he'll be at a movie theater
This motherfucker
on his phone
That's dude.
while everyone's trying to enjoy the movie,
smooth as fuck.
and he's texting us for answers to the movie.
Not even just answers, like spoilers.
Spoilers.
He was like, yo.
He wants our opinions.
Tell me about Ray and Palpatine, man.
How are they family? Like, bitch, just watch the movie and they'll tell you. You're right there. Why are you asking us?
Okay, but the spoilers are not what I'm concerned
Yeah,
about.
neither am I.
The spoilers I'm fine with. Honestly, if he really wants that, that's okay.
What I want to know is, why are you texting in the middle of the movie at the movie theater when everyone's trying to watch the movie?
Because I was by myself.
That's no excuse.
I had no one to talk to.
No, you're watching a movie. You don't text while you're watching a movie at the movie theater.
Hold up. Were you the only person in the theater?
No.
Okay, then
You asshole.
you
I
were
was
not
far
by
away.
yourself.
You're a monster.
My phone has the mind your business screen.
The business screen.
So they can't see they can't see my light.
No.
Plus,
It was something he said that I had to text Robert separately and be like, this motherfucker. He texted and he said, we both told him, get off the phone. You're watching a movie, get off the phone. Don't text during the movie. It's rude. And he responded with, I bought the ticket with my good money. I can do with it what I choose.
that's very true.
Fuck you. And I texted Robert. I was like, oh, fuck that bullshit. Is that rude or is that not? And Robert agreed with me. He said, put it on the topic. That's our number 2 topic. Bitch.
That was aggressive, damn.
Sorry. Okay. So the main topic of this one, as we all know, it's not just Thai, but is it okay or is it not okay? Is it okay or is it not okay to text during a movie regardless of how much you paid for the ticket? Robert, what do you think?
I think no.
It's
Personally,
not okay.
right? Because you're paying for the seat and the experience. But if you ruin the experience for other people, all those people paid the same money as you.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my I think texting is okay in certain circumstances before the movie, during the credits, and if there's an emergency, like let's say you have kids at home, your babysitter texts, and they're like, your kids are dying. Yeah. You can respond like, okay.
That is a valid reason, people. Continue.
And the nanny's like, I just found out your child has cancer.
That's not important. You can keep watching.
What kind of cancer?
Yeah, it's Star Wars. You'll be fine.
Use the Force. Get it out.
Oh my God.
Welcome, everybody.
Get it out.
Okay. All right. Are you done with your?
Yeah, I'm done. You go ahead.
Ty. Well, I really want to know if Ty was being serious or was he just messing with us because he was just so upset at the movie. Oh, actually, we can actually talk about Star Wars now since he saw it.
Yeah, since he's seen it.
But continue.
99.9% of the time, you should not text during the movie.
Okay.
But if you have some downtime in between to say something that must be said before you forget, then say it.
In between what? Was there an intermission?
Yes, there was an in-between moment when they turned on the thrusters and they started, what's the word I'm looking for?
When they went light speed?
Yeah. All right, I got a couple of seconds in between that light speed shit to say what I want to say. That's not important.
That's part of the movie.
That's just a blue screen.
Parts of the movie.
It's just a blue screen with white dots. I don't give a fuck.
That was at the beginning of the movie. That was
It was multiple parts of the movie.
He doesn't even appreciate Star Wars.
Damn.
I feel like.
And then the red, them flying through the red shit. I saw it once. I have to see it twice.
Them flying through the red shit.
Flying through the red shit.
Through the red
Yes,
shit.
through the red shit to get the Palpatine. I don't care about that. All right, I've seen it once. I got to see it again.
Taz should not be allowed to watch Star Wars. I've decided.
He should not be allowed to watch any movie from here on out.
That's not your decision to make.
It is now. It is now.
You don't control my wallet.
But okay, so
You're not Acorn.
As you can tell, I don't agree with your explanation.
I don't care.
No, but at the same time, it's like you have to take that into account. Is there moments like that in all movies for you, where it's like I don't need to see this; it's not important, or is it just the Star Wars film at that moment in time?
It was just that moment in time.
So that's never happened to you in any other film.
What, me texting?
Or you find like, oh, this isn't important. I can text right now.
I mean, if I have to text somebody, if I'm receiving text message, I need to answer to it, then yeah, I'm going to text.
That doesn't sound like 99.9% of the time.
That
That's 99.9% of the time.
That sounds about 50-50.
You know how many movies I've watched?
I'm assuming a lot. We've all seen a lot of movies.
All right then.
But you still have the manners and the decency to not text.
Well, there's a difference.
Everybody else, I keep my phone dim.
No, there's.
He was texting us, asking us, "Where'd you guys go? Answer my questions." What the hell? That went too long. I don't know how long that went for. Like, no, bitch, watch the movie.
I wanted answers.
You're watching the movie.
I wanted help.
See, here's
was
the
handicapped.
thing. You say no. I don't do that for every film. But I think we're only really talking about the ones in theaters.
Yeah.
Right. If you're watching it at your home, yeah, nobody cares if you text. So those don't get to count.
I'm talking about in theaters too.
I
texted.
And 99.9% of the time you don't text.
Yes.
I find that difficult to believe.
I find that hard to believe. Very hard to believe.
Gosh.
As you guys...
Maybe 98% of the time, all right?
maybe 97.
Maybe. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we should bring it down about 2%.
Right,
you know what? There was that one time. Make it 5.
Yeah. There was, but it's been at least, I go to a movie maybe like, once a month and then maybe once every 2 months. Actually, once every month, I probably go texting, just seeing what's up.
Hey. All I'm saying is, if I gotta say something, I want to say it before I forget.
But is it really necessary to say it at that very moment in time?
I'm gonna forget.
I mean, yeah, you might forget, but is it that important? Like, how important were these things that you had to say?
Very important.
Can you give me an example that you don't mind sharing?
No, because I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Like that's why I had to text in the moment.
If you forgot, it wasn't that important.
Yeah.
It wasn't important now. It was important then. That's why I remembered then to text you.
He's dedicated.
I feel like if it's that important, you'll remember regardless. If it's that important.
Since we're on the topic of movies, and we should probably move on soon, but since we're on the topic of movies in Thai, I remember when we went to see It, right?
Oh shit.
Because we went all as a group.
I didn't go.
Well, yeah. Sorry, the cool kids all went as a group, but
Fuck you.
no,
you didn't have
but
a license back then.
but it's a horror film, so you get and he's as per usual, according to the stereotype, he's yelling at the screen.
Okay, continue.
And it was I won't lie. I got wrapped up in it. I started joining.
This man was watching me more than the movie. Like, your reactions is spot on.
It was fantastic. As we were leaving, I got some glares, but it was fun, man. I won't lie. Like, that shit was awesome. I wanted to do it every film ever since, but I don't always have the card with me.
What was he yelling though? Was he yelling like go the other way? Like, what was he yelling?
All right. So have you seen it?
I've seen it. Yeah.
So then they're about to go in the house, right? They have, all of them are like crowded in front.
Yeah.
It's like, don't go in there, man. That's not good, man. Don't do that.
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
With the accent?
What I tell you?
With the fucking accent? Don't do that, man. That ain't good for you, man. Don't do that.
He did it pretty good. That was good.
Oh, if I really sound like that.
I can't.
Nah, you don't. I'm adding for effect.
It was beautiful.
I can't do a beautiful Thai voice, unfortunately.
It was
I'm
still
not that
magnificent.
talented.
I trust you to reenact me in a real movie.
Oh, man. I think they might frown upon the blackface, but other than that, I'm down.
All right.
I do have
permission.
You have a question?
No, I said I gave him permission.
Oh, you have permission.
All
I have a
right,
question.
so I don't care about the black community because he has permission to play me. All right.
All right. All right.
Fair enough.
Boom.
I do remember there was one time I was in middle school. I was with my girlfriend. We're watching Spider-Man 3 with Venom.
Oh, yeah.
There was
Tobey Maguire, right?
Tobey Maguire, yeah. And there was a bigger black guy sitting about 2 seats down from me. And he was fighting the movie the whole time. No, don't do that. No, blah, blah. And he was wouldn't stop. I wouldn't say he was yelling, but he was definitely talking loud enough that at least I can hear it. And he was right next to me. And then apparently my girlfriend heard it. And she's like, oh, why doesn't he shut up? Tell him to shut up. And I look over and it's a bigger black guy. Like, no, he's not that loud. He's fine.
Look, why don't you tell him?
I can hear fine.
Look, I'm a feminist. I believe that we should be equal. Why, if this is what you want, why don't you go do it?
Why don't you go tell him, Superwoman? Huh?
Like,
Why don't you go tell him?
Shoot, I'm enjoying the movie. My ears work fine.
I don't even
If
know what you're
anything,
talking
he a part of the movie right now. So you need to let him do his job.
He works every damn day.
Damn.
Let him do his thing, Dad.
Like, can
You know how much
imagine?
money he pays to come to this show every day?
God. Yeah, leave
We
him
got a
alone.
special showing.
Movie theaters are special areas. You should be careful with what's going on and what's happening and whatnot.
I think I'm back. I should see when a group of kids go up in there.
You know what? It reminds me of the times that I used to go to movie theaters when I was a kid. And then I started thinking, like, you know what? These kids are up to no good. Because I was up to no good.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it.
You're
Man.
still up
So
to
if
no
your
good.
if your younger siblings ever say they're going to movie theaters with friends, tell them, fuck no.
No, go by yourself.
No.
Use protection.
And text me.
Speaking of that,
And text
since
me.
I don't know, because I don't have any siblings. I don't like that face. I don't like that face. We going on this topic, buddy. We going on this topic. So, I've always wondered, because I've never had a younger brother or sister. I am the younger brother of one older brother, so there's two of us. And I don't know what it's like to go through those conversations of protection and the deed and all that other stuff
deed.
with the younger sibling.
Have you been on the other side of it, though?
Actually,
Because you're younger, right?
I am younger. Although, when I was going through all those points in my life, my brother wasn't home.
I don't know why I thought you was going to say all those porns in my life.
That I guess kind of.
Nope, just keep rolling. Just keep rolling.
We're moving on.
Keep the ball rolling. I like it.
So,
Ooh,
but yeah, so like when I went through high school and I was in middle school, my brother met my middle school girlfriend. You know, I wasn't quite far along as far as maturity.
Yeah.
But it was the first girlfriend that he met and this and that. And then when I started getting more mature in high school and whatnot, he wasn't there for it. He went to the military, then went to college, so he was up in LA. He wasn't home anymore. Not a bad thing or anything. I just didn't have that older brother guidance.
Yeah.
When all that was happening, I had to kind of learn it on my own. I didn't really like my mom kind of talked me through it. So what? But there's things I didn't talk to my mom about because it was just embarrassing. My dad wasn't the easiest to talk to about it either because it's like I'm just getting one-sided things. So a lot of it I kind of just learned on my own. Whether I got it right, whether I got it wrong, I don't even know. I just learned it on my own. But I want to get your guys' perspectives, knowing that I know that you guys have siblings and you both have younger brothers and younger sisters, correct?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Or just younger brothers?
I think I don't think
too many.
Without
okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
Too many.
So you have younger siblings.
Too many.
Okay. That's a yes.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. That's all I was asking for. Got it. Okay. Can I get your guys' perspective?
Let me clarify real quick because I wasn't 100% clear on the question. Are you asking like how would we feel if our younger siblings are going through like that transformation, like where they're becoming sexually active beings?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think it depends on how you view your siblings.
Okay.
Like if you feel like they're ready for it, then it might make you uncomfortable, but it's a normal part of the process, I guess.
Yeah.
Though I think the weirder thing is when you don't feel like they're ready for it. You know, and then they go for it, and it's like, oh, this is like, what are you gonna do? You can't be like, no,
don't do it.
Yeah, because then they're more likely to do it.
Yeah,
you know, it's a struggle, and it's weird because you look at people and you're like, man, you're making a mistake. But what do you like? Don't put that in there. No,
Yeah.
like you can't. There's nothing you can do. You just have to kind of watch them make the mistake.
Yeah.
Homie said, "Don't put that in there." No.
Yeah, very, very detailed with that description. Very well.
Alrighty.
Ty, what about you?
Ooh. For me, it's hard being that my siblings. I love them all, but they're special. They're very special, and
that did not sound like a good thing, but okay.
It's not a good thing.
Okay, fair enough.
They're special. So the easiest thing for me to do most of the time is to just let them live their lives and wait for them to come to me when they need help.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I mean, that's a good policy.
I don't have a choice. Okay? I don't have a choice.
Well, it's good
either,
or not.
It's either that or I get cussed out every time I talk to them. So I just leave it alone. Except for my dad's side. My siblings on my dad's side, they're straight. They're all good. But I remember one time my sister, one of my twin sisters, she was going to Hawaii. And she was already warning me beforehand that the trip had the potential to be bad because her boyfriend at the time was slacking. So she didn't know how to properly break things off with him, but she still wants to mess with other guys. And I'm just like, sis, you're choosing the wrong way to go about this.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't care though. Like, I just want to live my life, you know? I'm just tired of him.
Like the boyfriend was going on the trip with her?
The boyfriend paid for the trip for her to go.
So she was going alone?
No, she was going with him.
Oh, okay.
But she was...
Yo, people are trash. I swear. People are trash.
Hey, yo, sis, if you hear this podcast, just know, you a bad person, but I still love you.
You still my fam and all.
You still my sister. I would support you, but you...
I just want you to know, too, you didn't have to give a story about it.
Oh, no, I just wanted to. Cause
right,
I was waiting for this moment. I
didn't want you to think that that's what I asked for. I just wanted opinions. But continue.
I just wanted to give this is fine. So they ended up going to Hawaii. I was watching my sister's car while she was gone. That was fun. Actually having a working vehicle. Because that's when I had the Camry and the park holder.
Yeah.
So she comes back. I go pick her up in her car. Her and her man arguing the entire ride back to my sister's house.
Yeah.
Tire ride. So my sister's just like, all right, go ahead and take my brother home. Tyus, thank you for, giving us a ride. I appreciate you, but I don't want to deal with him no more. I'm like, all right, no problem. So we driving home. And the boyfriend just like, man, I don't understand your sister sometimes, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, why she got to be like that, man? I'm like, that's my sister. Like, why you think I'm so far away from everybody? And he's just like, but I just don't get it, man. We over there, we up in the hotel, we fucking this and that. I'm like, wait, whoa. He's like, I'm sorry. Like, I know that's your sister now, but I'm like, you know what? You done said it. Like, keep going.
It's too late. It's too late.
You done said it.
You can't take it back.
Like,
That's gonna be burned in my memory forever.
I'm having nightmares tonight, but no, by all means, finish your story. Continue.
Look, man, you gotta vent, get it off your chest. I'm like, all right, whatever. My sisters, they're the only, my twin sisters under me, they're the only ones that I expect to be doing anything. All right. One sister has been a very, very, very serious and committed relationship. Like, she's super happy with the guy, and I vouch for him every single time. We don't talk much, but the vibes that we share between each other, I enjoy it. My other little sister, you bad, but she's old enough to make her own decisions, and both of them are, Yeah. And I don't question decisions that they make. I just continue to wish for the best of my sister's life and that they're making good decisions.
Oh, wait, hold up. You don't question the decisions? Like, when she said that to you, you're like, you weren't thinking, maybe that's not the best decision.
Oh, I was definitely thinking that, but I mean, hey, what is my opinion of her?
So you question the decisions, but you keep it to yourself.
Yes,
like,
I don't make it known that I have a question. I just let it be.
Like, you knew very well, like, look, that's gonna crash and burn. Mm-hmm. I already know it. But I'm gonna let you ride that right out.
Yeah, because she chose. She knew it was coming too.
Yeah. So
it's like, I can't fight you if you know that this situation is gonna play out the exact way we're talking about it.
Yeah.
But hey, just whatever. So to finally answer your question,
later, dude, we're out of time already, man.
Hey, man, story time is story time.
That's fair.
It's tough. I would want for my little brothers, when the time is right, to talk to me about that, because I want them to make the right decisions. My two little brothers at my mom's house, I definitely feel like the middle brother, he's coming of age to eventually start going out into the world. They're both girl, like, just they have multiple girls. There's no denying that.
Damn.
But yeah, the youngest one, he be bragging like, yeah, I got this one girl FaceTime me. Oh, let me put this one on hold so I can answer the other FaceTime. I'm like, dude.
Damn.
New kids nowadays.
Right.
Electronics suck. I wish I
Honestly,
had gotten that when I was like, dude.
All the women.
Yeah. I wouldn't have. When I was younger, I had both my teeth were like separated in the front.
Yeah.
So I look like a fucking dweeb.
That's
right?
crazy.
You have this I just have this V right here.
Yeah.
I was not popular with the ladies back then.
Oh my gosh.
It
It'd be like that. So yeah, I just hope that the next siblings coming of age, I hope that they talk to me. I just want them to make the right decisions. I feel just my younger brothers, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like they somewhere in the back of their head, they're a little stupid, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
This is the part I'm gonna put on the podcast page. If you give me their @, I'll tag them.
I'll definitely do that. I don't care. I had nothing to lose. So yeah, they're a little stupid, but I love them. And they my little brothers, and I just let them know every single chance I get. Like, I'm your big brother. I know I don't say much of anything, especially being at how hard it is to communicate with them. I want them to know that I'm there for them, and I want them to know that even in conversations like this, just don't be afraid to talk to me. It's like, what can I do? The only thing I can actually do at this moment is help.
Yeah.
So, let me be a big brother. I want to be a big brother and help out any way I can. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. That was a good TED Talk. Thank you.
That was Tiberius Fillmore II, Jr., Theodis the Black.
No relation.
Moon Man. And that was his TED Talk.
No, but so we did want to stop soon, but I wanted to ask you, just so we all get a chance to go in on this. I know that you don't have younger siblings, but you do have people that you're an uncle to, or things like that. how would you feel in those? It's not the exact same situation.
Yeah.
But how would you feel about that?
It'd be a little weird. Yeah, it wouldn't be the same as like if it were my little brother or my little sister. Like I have 2 godsons who are one's 7, one is 5. Yeah, one's 5. So they're not even close to that age. But I do have a nephew and 3 nieces that live over in Rancho Cucamonga who are getting older. One of them I just found out has a boyfriend. I'm like, whoa. What? So it's like, I know they're not going to come to me for any of those topics. At least I don't think the girls will.
Yeah.
Because they have an older sister who is like my younger sister. She's my niece. We almost adopted her my parents almost adopted her as a kid, as a baby. And so when I found out that story, ever since then, I called her my little sister. But I know the girls at least will go to her for any kind of like conversation. And now even so, she's having a kid of her own. So now she's going to have, she's going to be a mother. So it's going to be different for the girls to go to her. I don't know if my nephew, who's older, will come to me for these topics. I know he's come to me for topics as far as like the military, school, and work and things like that. And I give him my honest opinion and the best kind of advice I can give.
Yeah.
So it's like those are like the most I've gotten, but it would be kind of weird to go through the topics with them. But at the same time, I guess I would just like kind of like you said. I would step back. I wouldn't say, look, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. It's more of like, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to be stupid. You're allowed to be stupid. Just understand the safety part of it and the consequences part of it, because they're going to happen. Everything we do has consequences. It's whether you want to deal with those consequences or you don't. So, I mean, I've tried to give that to my younger cousins, even my youngest nephew, when I told him about like school and things like that. It's just I feel like everybody at one point in their lives are allowed to do like what your sister is doing. It's a stupid thing to do, but she's at that point in her life where she's allowed to do it, just as long as she's not actually trying to go out and hurt anybody specifically. Yeah. Like I have friends who were in long-term relationships for a long time, and they're barely single now, like the ages of like 28, 29, even 30. And they're trying to get back into the game. They're trying to figure out what it's like to be single again. And I told them, I was like, look, you were taken for a long amount of time.
Things have changed.
Yeah. And whether or not you want to be in a relationship or whether or not you want to do things one way, like, you're allowed to be stupid right now. You're allowed to go out and make mistakes and just do you and figure it out. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit later on in life for you, but you're allowed to. Go do it. Don't be afraid of that. Because I tell them all the time.
Still try and make good decisions.
Don't purposely make a bad decision because you're for the fuck of it.
Yeah. Or don't purposely make the worst decision.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna make a bad decision.
Don't be Todd's fucking sister.
Sometimes you get yourself in those situations. I've put myself in situations that I knew weren't good, but it's like I knew I had to go through them. Why
was your shotgun loaded?
Take that fucker.
You were ready for that.
You were ready for that.
I had to dodge a whoa, shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day...
Matrix, motherfucker.
Got a hole in my chest. Wait a minute.
At the end of the day, I think the best thing I can tell my younger siblings or my nephews and nieces is life is just one giant experience, and you have to go through it at your own experience. What you get out of it is what you get out of it and what you learn from it. I could ask Robert all the questions in the world to see if I can make things right, but how I experience life is going to be different from how you experience it. And same thing with you, and same thing from our younger siblings.
Word to mother.
So I think the best way to do it is just don't try to make the wrong decisions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Try to make good decisions and just be a good person all in all.
That ass, word to mother. Like, it's not that hard.
What? Nope. Okay.
Don't.
Yep. All right.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Cool.
We're already out of time. We're already over the time.
That ass. All right.
Oh, good to be back, guys. Good to be back.
So
I had fun with this one.
This one was cool.
This was nice, dog. Word to mother. Like, I put that on the Tim Gods. This was nice.
The Tim Gods.
The Tim Gods.
The Tim Gods.
Sometimes I feel like you try to be a walking stereotype.
Nah. That's for the next one. We're not getting on that yet, but we will. That's for the next episode.
All right.
I don't. No, for the record, let me cancel that out before we go on, because I don't really mean that. I think,
I'm just talking shit.
yeah. I think Ty purposefully sometimes goes for things that he thinks will be funny, but in real life, I don't think he's like that at all. I just like talking shit.
I'm just a goofy person.
All right. It's probably about that time then.
All right,
So
Ty, do your thing, buddy.
Closing message, all right? At the end of the day, you guys, it doesn't hurt to be human, all right? Besides, it's nothing else you can be. I don't care what the LGBTQ community is saying. You cannot be some other bi species, whatever. You're human, all right?
Hold up.
What the
Deal with it.
What the fuck?
Why are you
human?
What's that? What? Where did that come from?
Yeah. What the fuck?
You're a human.
We ain't trying to die.
Deal with being human.
We can make that.
Okay.
We can make that the topic. For the
Okay.
next
You know
episode.
what? Let's
Obviously,
separate ourselves.
We're
real
not. Again, there's another topic where Ty is all by himself. We're gonna get back to that. Ty, do a regular outro. Do not attack anybody while we're leaving this episode.
Especially because right now you're speaking for all of us.
Yeah, we do. No.
Fine.
No.
On behalf of you've been separated. Okay.
No.
Because I don't want to hurt their. I don't want to hurt their fan base. I don't have fans except for Jacob, and I know
not
he
the
listens
point.
to everything that I say, so it's okay. Point is, it's okay to be human. It's okay to make mistakes. Like we just said, don't go out making the worst mistakes possible, but don't be afraid to live your life and learn from your experiences and become a better person at the end of the day. For each day that's given to you, strive to be better. That's all it is to it. And with that being said, I can properly bring us to a close. All right?
Why didn't you just do that the first time? Why you have to
Because
attack people?
it's me.
That's fair.
Yeah, that
right.
makes sense.
I have a hole in my chest from a shotgun, so deal with it. Okay.
All right. Well, we should say our names. All right.
With that being said,
Never mind.
all right. My name is Ty,
I'm Batman.
I'm Jack.
and give a thumbs down to coronavirus on LinkedIn, or whatever that is.
LinkedIn.
Or
Lincoln.
Somebody-
give a thumbs down to the coronavirus on Lincoln.
Go to
Do it now.
Go to
Yeah.
go to Lincoln Street.
And
Yeah.
Go like
that.
Give 'em a thumbs
no
down.
coronavirus.
Walk
Somebody-
into every liquor store, look
somebody
at the
made-
Coronas in the fridge, and go, ah!
Somebody made a dating profile named coronavirus. Just give him a thumbs down. And with that being said, you've been served. Now. You've been served. Now.
Bitch.
You've been served.
Bitch.
Now.
Bitch.
Bitch.
You've been served.
Bitch.